Yeah, I just wanted to say something about the What If show. Now, of course, I loved it like everybody else did. I mean, it's ridiculous how excellent it was. I had a feeling it was going to be good before it even like had a trailer. Really, I just knew the idea of like alternate timelines of your favorite characters would be a really cool idea. When I saw the animation, I was like, God damn, they're putting a lot of money into this shit, aren't they? And I saw the characters in the dialogue. I was like, oh shit, they know what they're doing in here. It was like Mandalorian. When I saw Mandalorian shit, I'm like, oh shit, they know what they're doing. I usually get that feel if you know what you're doing by the trailer alone. I was like, they know what they're doing. When the trailers came out for WandaVision, What If, Captain America, Falcon Winter Soldier, and Loki. Loki was the least impressive to me, and Loki, the series, was the least impressive to me as well. I think Falcon Winter Soldier was better than what I expected it to be, especially with that reveal of the suit and everything, and the powers and the flying, and the Zemo, and the racial stuff that was not really in the trailer. I was very taken aback, but I was like, damn, this is good shit. This is better than I thought. WandaVision was as good as I thought it was going to be, which is, it's a good thing. And then you have What If. What If I knew was going to be better than all of them. I knew it. I just, like, I didn't know the format. It was like a half-hour thing. I didn't know that. But I knew that the story would be done in a respectful way, and I knew it would be done with a lot of extreme, better action than the movies, because the movies have limitations because they're live action. Now, speaking of which, the animation in the show. The animation in the show, as you can tell, is phenomenal. It looks fantastic. So, I was taken aback by like how good the choreography was in the action sequences, like when she was kicking a bike into the still, and when she was throwing a bike into another bike, when she roundhouse kicked the thing off of there. A lot of cool different choreography, throwing the shield around like she owned that thing. It was ridiculous. And I love the glee in her voice and everything when she was fighting. That was great as well. So when she said that was brilliant, I was like, that's it right there. They know what makes people smile, and that was it right there. The chemistry between Steve and her was great as well. Using live action, it's easy to do romance because romance does not use a lot of animation, but they use the very high frames of animation in this show in order to convey like eyebrow movements, like pupils dilating, squinting in certain parts. They knew what they were doing. And when it comes to the way the tentacles were animated, that looked great as well. The fear on Red Skull's face when he was being eaten and everything like that was cool. It would just look phenomenal. Now, the big question is, could this work for a big screen picture? And I think it could. For a lot of reasons. There's not a single person who I watched a reaction for who didn't like this thing. So that's a good sign right there. A lot of good positive reviews right there. And I've seen a couple of sneak peeks of the other episodes. I was like, damn, the other ones are good too. I didn't know exactly what they're going to do with this Captain Carter episode, but they made it work in extreme ways. Not only the look, but the sound and the slow motion usage look great as well. The reactions to the shots, the surprises within were good as well. So like they know what they're doing right there. They put a lot of love and care into the show. That's why I never thought, like, when I hear people say like, oh, the show's only 45 minutes long, or the show's like an hour long or whatever, dude or dudettes, it doesn't matter how long or how short your thing is there. It's how good you are with your material. I've seen 20-minute shows that are ass. I've seen 20-minute shows that are good. I've seen 10-minute shorts that are amazing. There's actually a show on Disney Plus now called Short Circuit on Disney Plus. And that is a collection of indie people doing their own 2 minutes short. Some of them are really good, and some of them are like, average-ish, but most of them are just pretty good. And very visually pleasing. Some are watercolor, some are all CG, some are like all like fully animated, some are like CG and animated hybrid that are like very cool ways with like really high levels of animation. I mean, like, it's really cool. You should check it out if you can find it, if you knew it existed. Like I said, it's only 2 minutes there, but, like, so watch it during the bathroom. Who knows? So this thing could absolutely work in a in a big screen format, because you already know that the people are invested into the characters based on the animation, the cartoon style, the drama, the tension. It's already in there. There's no limits when it comes to this kind of thing. And I've been saying for like over a decade now that if you do animation with Marvel characters and you do it well, it'll be great. Now, the last thing I'll say here is that I'm actually kind of ticked off in a way with the animation in this, because this is from Disney / Marvel, right? Marvel has shows on Disney. They have, I think, like Avengers, the Black Panther thing, and they have America's Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I'm not sure which one it is, but the earlier ones are horrendously animated. I mean, like they barely have. I don't think they even have shadows. They don't have. They don't have shadows. The animation quality, the frames are like trash. I still watch because the story's good and the voice acting's good. But, like, the animation's horrible, especially when you compare it to, like, the early 90s with DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, et cetera, when they gave a shit back then. Fox's Batman, Superman, in the 90s, X-Men look great as well. But, and then, like, the new Disney stuff there, when Disney's making all this money, all these billions, and the animation for their animation studio is ass. What the hell's going on here? And then you have this, which is brilliantly animated. I mean, like, I've never seen anything from Disney be animated this well, period. On the quote-unquote small screen, not the big screen stuff, like a Toy Story or like, Rapunzel or, that kind of stuff there, or, Wreck-It Ralph, that kind of stuff. But, no, like for a half-hour usual sitcom made for quote-unquote children, and I think this is kind of made for children because they show no blood, there's no swearing in there, but there's no swearing. Because when Steve got shot by that guy in the beginning, there's no blood coming out of him. There's nothing. So he just reacted and went down. So, yeah, that's that. No holes in them, no blood. So, yeah. Yeah, definitely made with a tamer audience in mind. But they used adult elements to make it feel more grown up, and they worked out well there. So, like, you know they're going with that for the future. A lot of danger, but no actual blood and gore. So that's safe all around for everybody, all partners, if you will. It'd be difficult to do Steve in the beginning getting shot. I'm surprised they're actually using real guns, by the way, because usually nowadays they don't show real guns. If it's going to be like 4 kids, if you will, that's still even now. But if it's like teenager to adult, they'll do that thing. And I think this thing is more made for teens and adults because they have Nazi references, but they don't say the word Nazi. And they have, like I said, guns with actual bullets. So like, things like that. I'm sure there's like maybe smoking somewhere in the future, that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens with that. So I'm very impressed with the animation style in here. And if they do a full length movie, like a good 90 minutes of just this animation style in an Endgame Infinity Wars type format with the new What If characters transitioning from the streaming screen to the big screen, would you guys go out there and support it and not be like, I'm going to wait 45 days to see it at home? I know what I'm doing opening weekend. That's it for now. Clack off.